Good day, folks, and welcome to another edition of Lumberjack Logic. I'm your host, Neil Johnson, with a wild story for you, because out in the great state of Montana, where I just returned from hunting, the ruby red state of Montana, we have an elected official wishing death upon a United States senator. That's right, the senator's name is Tim Sheehy, and the gal's name is Haley McKnight, and she is actually one of the city council members of Helena, Montana. But it gets crazier, because she's also on the board of directors. In fact, she's the board president of the Young Professionals Organization of Helena. And I want to read to you her bio, because this is rich. Now, the board of directors, just so you know, Haley McKnight, board president, she, they all have pronouns. Haley grew up in Winston-Salem, North Carolina, a town most people recognize from cigarette packaging. They moved to Butte in 2017 as an AmeriCorps Vista after graduating from UNC Greensboro, and quickly became an honorary Montanan. Now, this is news. You may not want to send your kids to UNC Greensboro. Haley is store manager at Sage Notes Training Post, owner of Morningstar Design, and serves as communications coordinator for 406 Compost. Much like the video you are about to see, it's compost. I would recommend, if you have kids, I wouldn't have them watching this video.
Hi, this is Haley McKnight. I'm a constituent in Helena, Montana, and I just wanted to let you know that you are the most insufferable kind of coward and thief. You just stripped away health care for 17 million Americans, and I hope you're really proud of that. I hope that one day you get pancreatic cancer and it spreads throughout your body so fast that they can't even treat you for it. I hope that you die in the street like a dog.
Die in the street like a dog? That reminds me of something. Comment below who did it better.
Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi is dead. He was the founder and leader of ISIS, the most ruthless and violent terror organization anywhere in the world. He died after running into a dead-end tunnel, whimpering and crying and screaming all the way. And he died in a vicious and violent way as a coward, running and crying. He died like a dog.
One day, you're going to live to regret this. I hope that your children never forgive you. I hope that you are infertile. I hope you never manage to get a boner ever again. You are the worst piece of shit I've ever had the misfortune of looking at. And you don't serve Montanans. You serve your own private interests. All that you have done since you've gotten into power is do shit for yourself. God forbid that you ever meet me on the streets, because I will make you regret it. Fuck you. I hope you die.
Oh yes, more peace and love from the tolerant left, folks. The party of peace and love, rainbows. By the way, the rainbow is the sign of the Noahic covenant. God's promise to never again flood the earth. They try to always pervert covenants. That is what the left does. It is really a demonic movement. But I like how Tim Sheehy leans into this. He says, in addition to cancer or death, she cursed me with infertility. Good thing I already have 4 kids. So interestingly enough, on her website here, I'm Haley McKnight, and I'm running for Helena City Commission. Now, one of the things that these far left extremists do is, if you go to their actual campaign sites and their commercials, they don't espouse all their crazy things that they want to do. And I'm going to show you some really crazy stuff from her. But listen to this. I understand that Helena is a unique place and it deserves leadership that reflects it. As your commissioner, I promise to make Helena work for the people, not box stores and gas stations. As a small business owner, homeowner, leader of a small nonprofit, and community organizer, a la Barack Hussein Obama, I am intimately aware of our city's needs, and I'm ready to work for you. Interestingly, people need some gas stations to get their fuel at. I just thought I'd put that in there. But she's got a bunch of priorities, and I want to highlight 3 of these. Public transit. Being carless shouldn't be crippling in the capital. I want a bus system that works for everyone. Liberals always get big on public transportation. By the way, if you use public transportation, I have nothing against you. But every ride on public transportation is subsidized, meaning other taxpayers pay for the rides because there is not enough money in the fare for the fuel, for the maintenance, and for the union employees that they have driving the buses. Public art and music. Alive at 5 Art Walk, and our parades and murals make Helena a vibrant place to live. I promise to put more city funds toward the events that we all cherish. Interestingly enough, I actually am an artist and I go out and sell my art. I think that's how artists should make it, not with people's tax dollars being spent on their stuff. Okay? That is not right. Housing for All, as your commissioner, I'll introduce a moratorium on Airbnbs and VRBOs. Look, wait, so now somebody can't even rent out their house in short-term rental. How are you going to make Housing for All when now she's going to talk about the construction of new hotels and transit solutions for summer visitors, when those hotel spaces could actually be turned into apartments for the people, and then the other people could stay at the VRBOs? It seems to make more sense, okay? But secure better terms for tenants and promote responsible, low-cost, ecologically conscious growth policy. This is where it gets really wild, folks. Now, she did respond. So Helena candidate McKnight responds to the release of highly charged voicemail to Sheehy's office. This from 8 KPAX, Missoula, in western Montana. And this is what she says, and this is what they always try to get away with. Just a day before Helena's city elections, U.S. Senator Tim Sheehy's office said they received a threatening voicemail earlier this year from one of the candidates, Haley McKnight, running for Helena City Commission. McKnight says she regrets some of the language she used, but that she feels her anger over Sheehy's action in office was justifiable rage. That's right. All of this is justifiable rage, which is what people do when they rage. They say it's justifiable, whatever it is for. Sheehy's office issued a new release Monday linking to an article from the conservative publication National Review. It says McKnight called Sheehy's Helena district office on July 1st after the Senate advanced Republicans' one big beautiful bill that included tighter restrictions on Medicaid and more. Are we learning about the Medicaid situation? Have you seen the absolutely brutal website that the Trump administration has posted of the illegals, the criminal illegals, getting your Medicaid money? Have you seen it? It's absolutely amazing. And you can go on there and look at all these. The Democrats said this was never happening. The article quotes McKnight as saying Sheehy's policies stripped away health care for millions of Americans. Actually, it's stripping away fraudulent people who are not supposed to be on the system and illegals who should not be on the system. I hope that one day you get pancreatic cancer. Remember this stuff? Spreads through your body so fast that they don't, and that you die like a dog. I thought the left loved dogs. I love dogs. Anyways, folks, this is the intolerant left. This is what they stand for. Don't ever kid yourself. They talk a lot about love, peace, harmony, and then this is how they talk in private. This is why we have an assassinated Charlie Kirk, a twice attempted assassinations on President Donald Trump. He was actually shot. This is the tolerant left. They're whacked, man. Remember, subscribe if you're new and check out my sponsor, MyPillow, mypillow.com/lumberjack, or call 1-800-568-2865. Right now, free shipping on your entire order, $29.88 for what's left on those percale sheets. Get them before they're gone. We'll see you on the next episode. Peace out.